Winning the lottery is something everyone has fantasized about at one point or another. Just imagine from one small $2 ticket winning millions upon millions of dollars. For most people, this would be a dream come true. However, for the people in this video, it turned out to be their worst nightmare. In the year 2005, a husband and wife, Laura and Roger, purchased a lottery ticket in the off chance they might win. They reportedly never argued and had an extremely healthy marriage. So when they won the lottery for $2.76 million, they assumed they were set for life. They purchased a $1 million barn converted house, a brand new Porsche, and splurged on multiple luxurious trips to places like Dubai, Monaco, and New York City. Over the duration of the next 5 years, things would steadily fall apart. As it surfaced, according to Laura, he was exchanging emails with another female that he appeared interested in. Then, in 2010, the unimaginable happened. A freak fire completely gutted their $1 million home. To most people, this would be horrible news, but insurance would pick up the bill. But in Laura and Roger's case, they were uninsured, leading them to shell out the majority of their fortune and pay for 7 months of temporary accommodations living in a different location. Not long after this incident, there are claims that Roger drove away in the Porsche, ending their 14-year marriage. But when it comes to relationship issues, nothing quite compares to the story of Bud Post and his brother. In 1988, William Bud Post snagged a lottery ticket in which the jackpot was $16.2 million and won. Just for some perspective, in today's value, this is over $40 million. But within a year, Bud was $1 million in debt and had ruined a relationship with his brother. Things started off poorly for Bud when one of his former girlfriends successfully sued him for 1/3 of the $16 million jackpot. And on top of that, his brother was arrested for allegedly hiring a hitman to take Bud out in hopes he'd inherit a portion of the winnings. Ultimately, Bud spent a portion of his time in jail for firing a gun over a bill collector's head. Reportedly, he said he was happier when he was broke and lived quietly on $450 a month and food stamps until he passed away in 2006. If we're gonna talk about losing it all though, we would be remiss to not mention Martin and his wife Kay, who didn't see a dime of the money they've won from their lottery ticket. Martin and Kay reportedly won $5 million on a UK lottery ticket, but before they could cash it in, they lost the ticket. For a total of 7 weeks, the Camelot Group, the company that runs the UK's national lottery, convinced officials that the claim to have won the winning ticket was legitimate. However, there was a 30-day time limit on reporting lost tickets, meaning they were not required to pay up, and making this the largest unacclaimed amount of money since the lottery began in 1994. It's almost unimaginable to lose a lottery ticket. But if we want to talk about unimaginable, we have to mention Tonda Lynn Dickerson, who was working at a restaurant and tipped a $10 million lottery ticket. Wow. While working at a Waffle House in Alabama in 1999, Tonda was tipped a $10 million lottery ticket and won. This would unfortunately not change her life for the better. She then quit her job and opted to take $375,000 a year for 30 years, which is actually quite smart. To wrap up the story here, this is not where it ends. Former colleagues at the Waffle House demanded a portion of the winnings, accusing her of breaking her promise to split any winnings from the ticket. This would inevitably lead to court battles and even escalated into shootings. Ultimately, she was ruled against within 45 minutes in court, opted out of a $3 million deal, and put the cash into a family business she had set up. An ex-husband, Stacy, kidnapped her at gunpoint, but Tonda was able to grab his gun and shoot him through the chest, sending him to the hospital. Shockingly, Stacy was not charged for this incident. Miraculously, Tonda was able to keep the majority of her winnings, though this was a far from easy process. So next time you buy a lottery ticket and don't win, you might be avoiding the worst thing that will ever happen to you. Let me know down in the comment section which story you thought was worse, and drop some suggestions for topics you'd like to see next.